Right.
Welcome everyone back to the British Grand Prix. I'm just going to quickly check that my audio is included because for some reason it didn't give me an option to do it. That it was already included, which I just didn't press a button. So we're just going to see in a
Just
moment.
turn it off and put it on again.
We'll see.
Turn it off and put it back on again.
Just didn't press a button. Everyone can hear my lovely voice. Anyway, welcome everyone back to the British Grand Prix. Matt, we're here. Very eventful first ever sprint qualifying. That was very mediocre. I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, obviously, Rev Caterpillar takes the first ever 8 points from the sprint qualifying. Very interesting stuff.
Surprisingly, not too many people on mediums.
Apparently, Rev Caterpillar's got problems with his setup, so that's him effed up down the straight. But anyway, Matt, yes, as you said, Yannick is on a set of mediums along with Bram Nilsson. So Okay, you said two. Okay, anyway. Drivers have got free choice of tyre. Normally they'd qualify on either softs or mediums. If they're starting the top 10, they get the tyres. But because of the sprint qualifying and how it's worked out in the game, they get free choice, Matt. How's that going to cause problems?
Well, I don't think it causes any problems. Obviously, they'll have fresh out tyres, so they don't have to worry about being at soft tyres being a bit more worn towards the start of the race, so have a little more grip than normal. But a bit surprised that not many people went for the mediums.
Apparently,
not that much slower.
Sorry, apparently some people have not got a setup on. It's actually very easy to put a setup on. I don't know why drivers have struggled to do that, even with 30 seconds to go. They should really have practiced differently here tonight to ensure they had a race set up.
Oh, I haven't put a setup on. That's their fault if I haven't got a setup on.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of time to go for the toilet, or at least, I mean, it took us about a 10-minute gap, that was.
Yeah. But anyway, Matt, so we're now in normal proceedings. It's currently 8 o'clock in the UK, so, you know, we might end at about midnight, in Tier 1. But we're here, Matt, for the British Grand Prix. Who do you think is going to win? We're now back in normal territory with the 50%.
I'm going to stick with my choice with Triss.
You know what? I'm going to go for Triss as well, to be fair, because Rev Caterpillar has fucked it with his setup. So that's my...
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing you should really do when you're in the lobby is to put your setup on.
Yeah.
The very, very, very first thing you do. And then it's your setup and your fuel. And after that, it's you resting around, fanning around, whatever you need to do.
And now he's moaning about the game being bad, but it was your fault. Okay then, very sorry guys, but we are getting going for the British Grand Prix, and it looks like it's glitched again because Johan's apparently P1.
Johan Street. I don't know. I don't see anything. I'm just waiting for players. I'm just waiting for Johan. Gref Caterpillar's left. There we go, mate.
Right, try and get Rev Caterpillar back in. Here we go, Tristan. He's going to get the lead there very quickly. Here we go then, Matt. While we do the
Trish had a bad start. Trish had a terrible start. Trish had a
Johan
shocking
takes the lead in the British Grand Prix up in the P1. Matt, I'm going to take through the action, get thingy him. People will have to use their imagination to see what's happening. Here we go then. Sludger Volvo battling with Semike as they come through the first sector now. A bit of action going on at the back here. We've got Varane. Yannick's getting involved. You've got Secret Shadow getting involved, but Bram's had a great start up in the P13. Forces Alex off the circuit there, and now he's going to be right on the chuff of DJ Danny, and Alex gets very defensive into the infield section.
And if you start stalking, so I'll take over.
Yeah.
Kevin's currently in P3, Sandra Valvo's just taking Rev Caterpillar's AI, which I just invited him to. Radex is now going to be the next one to overtake him. Decent start overall. Bram Nilsson's off the track at Cops. You don't want to be doing that too many times.
Right then, let's see what's going on. Rev Caterpillar's these missions left, right, centre. Sem needs to get on it, and now he's on the back of Ray Liex. But great start there from Johan once again. Great start.
Yeah, seems very good in his starts, just like me. I like to think I'm known for good starts. And Chris obviously still in second place. just a different car in front of him. Leads the way. So we've got a lot of bunch of medium runners in the middle of the field right now, and the rest of them are softs, apart from a couple. Nenik and MK are in the pits, and almost had damage on lap number uno.
Yeah, that's the problem with this. You can have, you know, a really good sprint qualifying, and then just he messed up and Max up the inside, and there's a spin. John out off the circuit, so it looks like there's been a bit of contact. That is not good at all for him. He's dropped down to P18. But as I was saying, yeah, you can have a great sprint qualifying, as shown by Jonna, and then just have an absolute bummer, if you like to call it.
I love how the AI just used overtake between Brooklands and the field.
That's something I would do without Bram helping me, to be fair. Right, here we go then.
That's not the best way to take Cops, the player, with a slight drift.
Right, we'll see then. Bram then needs to try and get on the back of these drivers as quickly as possible. Yeah, I'm very out of place, Matt. We're usually, you know, halfway through the race as Max gone off the circuit there, and Varane trying to get the move done on Bram as they come through our chicane. Now here we go, side by side, and Varane's got that move. And there you go, Bram goes over the curbs, and Kevin is looking quick, Matt. Last lap of the race so far. DRS has been enabled.
Oh, and Ultra's off the circuit, and he's hit the barriers at the last corner, and Alex is also, I think he's had a collision with him. He's got no front wing at the time, and he's retired on the circuit. So if this creates a safety car, Tish, warning, your penalty coming your way. Meanwhile, Sandra, Volvo, and Kevin and Raylex all got on DRS off the back of Johannes. Johannes made the move. Triss is trying to make the overtake on Johan.
Here we go.
Johan's on the outside. Triss is using his overtake. Johan is not.
Here we go, and Triss takes the lead off the British Grand Prix. Kevin's looking at this very closely.
And Johan will have DRS coming to straight. The intersection point is right there. You see that white line gone past?
I don't know if Johan's got the pace though.
Oh, see. Oh, that's definitely a corner cut by Johan. Don't do that too often.
Here we go. In the DRS. Is he going to go for this move? Triss goes defensive into Stowe. You can't get the move done. This is all about now keeping those tyres in check now. It's not.
He needs to catch up to this group here.
You know, you can't push the tyres like you could 20 minutes ago. You really have to just nurse them now.
We talk about league races here, Mal. They just go full speed, whatever.
Yeah, but you still got to, you know, save the tyres, man.
No,
compared to the 25%, you have to save the tyres. There's a sector 3 yellow flag. Yeah. Remember, Matt, as Bram is.
But is that Bram Nilsson? Of course.
What's happened here?
He's stopped. What? He's back on the circuit, and there's a safety car.
What's going on?
It's just caused a safety car. I don't know. It's only Bram Nelson's that was not moving. Ultra's in the pits.
I'm confused. He was just stationary on the track. But as I was saying, Matt, remember, I'm the one that chats the shit.
Yeah, that's waiting for that word.
So obviously, you know, when I'm chatting my shit, just let me chat my shit, and then you can just call me a twat, and then we'll move on with it. You know. It's just the nature of me, innit?
Raw.
Anyway, Matt, talking of raw, Kevin is in P3, my Brazilian friend, my Brazilian amigo.
Now, to be honest, and Ultra gets a penalty under the safety car conditions. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys all decide to pit for a set of mediums to go to the end, to be honest.
Oh,
the mediums can do.
Oh, they can they?
They can do a long distance. Yep, and Triss made the move. Triss was waiting for Johan's decision, and Triss made a very late lunge, and Triss has got a bicycle tire penalty.
Right, he's fucked that.
In the pit lane.
He's fucked that. Johan has also got to do it. Johan has also done it as well, so they're going to be absolutely
and also,
fucked later on in the race.
Just for a plot twist, I think Johan hit the back of Triss.
Oh.
Yep. Oh no, there's no front wing change. I thought I saw some debris. It doesn't look like it. So
yeah,
I thought there might
Triss is
be
in,
damage there.
Johan's in, Kevin's also came in as well. A Volvo's in the box. Wow, so many drivers. Ray Lex is in the box as well. Sem's in the box. You got Varane. All these drivers. Bram's in the box. You've got M-Key out as well. So you've got Jonna in, Secret Shadow in. So everyone's in. Then you've got Mac, Danny, SK, the player, and Ermine. Ermine needs a good race here, Matt. Where did he qualify? P8. So he's already got 1 point from this weekend.
This is onto a set of softs. I wonder if he's just doing that to do, because he's got some time to catch up. He might just go on a set of softs and then pit again for set of mediums a lap later to try and save the tire lap at the point. I don't know. But any bangs by doing that, he's going to lose position to MK if he does that.
Who's that in the box? Ultra's in the box. So Ultra is serving a 5-second stop go. It looks like. He's going to be on his way.
Kind
again.
of a cheat, to be honest, if he was to do that.
Yeah, he was stationary for a bit of time. Brandon's continued in P16. He might try and, I don't know, box again at the end of this lap and try and get on a set. I don't know.
Yeah, the problem with him doing that is that he's got 2 cars right behind him. So if he does decide to pit for set mediums later on, he's gonna have 2 cars to pass him.
He might be banking on another safety car, or at the end of this lap going for a set of mediums. But then he might not be able to catch a safety car in time. So it's all about calculations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem is, it's a long pit lane, a very slow pit lane, so it just costs you a lot of time by doing so.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like other circuits where it's a lot shorter, you can get away with it. But
Alright, Jonna's in the box.
Kind of surprising. I think, I'm not sure, maybe a damage or something, I don't know. Maybe speculation. Unless he's just doing it for an extra lap of softs. But, it's a set of soft tyres. He's not doing 20 laps on a set of softs, that's for sure.
Interesting stuff there for Jonna. And Bram is in, like I said. M-Key's in as well.
It says M-Key.
Let's see then. Is Bram going to go on a set of mediums? Ermine, I'm happy for him. He's P1 at the moment, Matt. So I'm looking forward to his start. He'll have the player in SK. So the top 3 top contenders from last season are going to be in the same piece of tarmac as Bram is on a set of mediums. Let's look at M-Key. M-Key's also on a set of mediums, and it looks like he's serving his drive-through as well. His stop-go as well. But they've really got to hurry now, man. Really got to hurry.
Luckily, I think you for just a 50% race, you have 3 sets of softs, 2 sets of mediums, and 1 set of hards. The hards will not be used this race because they're more useless than I don't know, tomato soup with no bread. And Matt Casper's joined, but will be on 6th place on a set of 1 set of softs. Safety car might be out another lap, I don't know. I don't know as soon as it passes the end of the second sector. Nothing as yet. So it looks like we might have another lap here of safety car, which is going to help these guys on a fresh set of tyres.
Yeah.
Just try and stretch those tyres out, and also gives chance for people like Brown Nilasson and M-Key to catch back up. M-Key's actually on to us a worn set of mediums. So you already did 2 laps on those mediums previously.
Rev's back in the lobby. He's going into the box set of mediums. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's a smart choice. I mean, he's just going to be trundling around, losing time on those set of softs and still yet to pit.
That's good. He'll be at the back, but it's better than being nowhere in this Grand Prix.
Yeah, because if he does pit under normal racing conditions, he'll end up being like 15 seconds behind everyone. So rather than being behind everyone already, then being 50 seconds behind them after.
Yeah. Let's try and get some good points now, Rev. Yeah, Matt, it's been weird. I don't like it when things change. It's been a welcome change though, hasn't it, Matt? Very, very entertaining 25% race that was. Sprint qualifying. Yeah. Very entertaining. Oh, I'm not looking forward to you commentating it on Wednesday though. I don't know what your throat's going to be like after the race, but we'll see. Only two though. Only two sprint qualifyings this season, so it could be a lot worse.
Yeah. Obviously, there was one supposed to be for Russia, but obviously we all know what happened to that.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yes, that was unfortunately cancelled, and we didn't want Spain to be a sprint qualifying because Spain isn't really a racing circuit. So
yeah.
Whereas Britain, on the other hand, is definitely. It was either Britain or France. Those were the two choices.
I definitely agreed to Britain. I definitely agreed to go in Britain.
Yeah.
France. France is a testing circuit, so.
Yeah, but France is very good for racing. Probably one of the best. Probably in the history of STB, the track that has delivered the best racing in terms of surprises. I don't know if you remember, Matt, a few seasons ago, Tier 1, it was absolutely crazy. We had...
I was racing there, so...
Yeah, we had that massive kerfuffle.
Half
dry.
Yeah, half slicks, half inters in the wet track.
It was mad. Absolutely mad scenes. And we'll go there in 3 weeks' time. We've got Austria next week, the land of the trees, I like to call it. And then we've got a break week, and then we go to the land of France. Anyway, Matt, here we go then. I'm going to stop chatting shit now. And we're going to get geared up now for the restart of the British Grand Prix. Hopefully no more safety cars. So,
and he's gone.
There you go, and there you go. Ermine's gone, as you said. Here we go then.
Leclerc's outbroke himself here. Compromised his line a little bit coming out for the last two people.
I'm scared. I'm scared for Mac here because he's got Danny to overtake. This is not good. Watch out for Red Caterpillar as well.
Oh, no, awfully close coming through turn number 101.
Max up the inside.
Danny's
going to turn in. Danny's going to turn in.
There's going to be some collisions, some little smacky roonies.
Yeah, Danny's going to turn in. Triss is going to get slowed down. Danny's going to have a bad corner. Here we go. In the slipstream and the ERS.
Triss is effectively the net leader right now because he hasn't pitted.
Oh, it's getting close for comfort. Danny's going to turn in. Come on, Danny. Mac is there on your inside.
Yeah, you can't be too aggressive. Triss is up the inside of Mac here. But Mac will get better traction, be on the outside line.
Watch out for Johan and Kevin going to get involved as well.
Mac is trying to move. They're both using the ERS here. Danny's going to protect the inside, but they're costing each other lots of time right now. The ERS is so important down the straight. There's
going to be a collision. I can sense it. There's going to be a collision. Danny
there it is.
Very aggressive, and
Mac has got damage.
Mac's got damage.
Mac went into the back of him. Mac went into the back of Danny and got damage from it. And like I said, DRS is super important. I did a 6v6 race around Britain, and I was just outside DRS, and after that lost DRS, I just fell backwards because the DRS train is so important around here. And Mac is straight into the pits.
Absolute disaster.
And he's broke his front wing in protest. But to be honest, I mean, he's only got to be angry himself. He drove into the back of Danny. I don't think Danny did anything wrong. He's been aggressive, yes, but there's nothing wrong with him, no. It's just they just crossed lines, and obviously Mac went for a better exit, and obviously Danny was compromised on his entry. Obviously he just drove straight back into Danny, and Danny obviously was just taking less speed into the corner for the tyres to line. So there's nothing wrong there. I think Mac is just got to be—he's only allowing himself to be annoyed about.
Yeah, well, looking at both sides, obviously Danny was very aggressive. But to be honest, if you're racing against Danny now, you should know that it's going to be a very hard fight to get past him.
Saying that, there was some slight contact with Triss and Danny.
Well, there's contact with everyone that Danny battles with. It's nothing new.
Triss is on slightly fresher medium tyres. But then forget how quick these guys are going to be towards the end of the race. But whether they're going to catch them up is another question.
Yeah.
And whether there's going to be another safety car is also a different question.
I do hope there's no safety car. Maybe next week in Austria when the race is a bit shorter. But I mean, Britain is quite a long race. To be fair, if you actually.
If the safety car comes out lap 13, it's going to be heaven for people like Ermine to play on the SK, because they'll just stop up on a set of softs and go to the end.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely agree there, Matt. That's only really sarcastic then. I'm sorry. And Rev is getting pushed off the circuit. What's going on here? Not having a very good race, is he? No. He got no front wing.
Ram's trundling in the back of the grid. Look, and Main Bread 624 has joined. It's just made this race 10 times better.
I mean, it was already good.
Well, this race is already better than sliced bread already, so I don't complain.
It's better than sliced bread.
And Triss is making the move, and Danny here. It should actually be quite an easy move in the end because Danny hasn't got DRS, and that's what exactly I was talking about. DRS is so important.
I hope Danny doesn't make it difficult for Joanne, and especially Kevin, his teammate. Although,
well, if Danny can stay onto the back of Triss, you will get DRS and get attached back to the front guys.
Danny's in Red Bull. I think he's picked the wrong car, but he is supposed to be in the Mercedes, so he just can't as Kevin's teammate. So don't forget that. Don't know why he's in a Red Bull, but John is getting a bit aggressive now on the back of Semike, side by side through Max and Beckett.
Yeah, I looked at the messages earlier, and apparently Ultra was in the Mercedes before Danny was. So I think that actually, the Ultra actually took the Mercedes over Danny here. And then now side by side again, John is making a move on it, of Semi-K. Germany versus Deutschland. Sorry, that's both Germany. Sorry, I meant Deutsch. I heard Dutch, but then obviously just turns to Deutschland.
I mean, John is Spanish, but okay.
Varane is lagging quite badly. I'm kind of scared.
Matt, you do realise that Johnner is from Spain. You do realise that. He's not from Germany.
Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody else.
You're thinking of Triss or someone like that. Maybe SK. Maybe. But yeah, Bram is having a bad race. But talking of bad races, Shadow's going to lose a position. No, he's not. Bram nearly loses the car there. Bram is really struggling. It looks like Rev is just trying to have a battle with Ultra at the minute.
Yeah, I think he has default setup, so it's not great around here. I was actually using time trail. The default setup around here, called I was doing some practice earlier. It costs you at least over a second a lap. It's massive.
It's a shame that. I might have to use it. I might have to use it on Wednesday. Tier 3, still get a podium. Anyway, Kevin then needs to get this move done on Johan. Look at the speed that he can use.
Johan also has DRS.
Yeah.
This is when it becomes impossible to overtake.
But anyway, sorry, DRS, I just cut you off there. The two Finnish drivers are going side by side through Stone Corner. It's Ermine versus the player.
Johan's got a penalty.
Yeah, just let Kevin through now. Keith fast start for the Grand Prix. Where is he at the moment? Oh, he's very lonely.
He's almost a lap behind.
Very lonely P18.
Johan flags. It's Yannick. The last corner
has span. Rev's going to come up as well, so Rev's got a position. Look, there you go, up in the P15 now. He's going to be chuffed with that. Yeah.
And the player comes on the airmine. Nothing.
I really hope that doesn't cause safety car. Guys need to get in the pit lane and retire, and don't retire on circuit. Those are the rules. Avoid problems happening in the race. But yeah, Yannick is out of the British Grand Prix. That is unfortunate for him. He put FFS in the chat. A lot of drivers getting very annoyed tonight, Matt, from their own mistakes. So a lot of pressure or something, or like he had rear wing damage apparently. So that's not good for him. But Trace right on the back
confident for you, right?
Yeah.
Here comes the player.
Aston Martin are running very strongly in this Grand Prix, and the player's going to get P1. He takes the lead of the British Grand Prix. Is Emman Control going to come back at him? Well, the player's in the box.
And the player's in the pits. This is an early stop. He's going very early onto his soft tyres. The soft tyres can do about, I'd say about half a race. So those soft tyres should get to the end without too much of an issue. And Ermine's the one that's not going to have DRS coming down into Brooklands.
Who's that, sorry? Trish.
I think SK will have... No, SK's going to have DRS and Ermine, but it's too far behind. Going into the Brooklands corner. A bit wide, and Trish is sniffing that Ferrari engine right now.
Oh, the player's on softs. I didn't think the softs could go this long.
Well, the player was on the mediums. He had to pit for the softs. The softs, they say the softs can do half a race they can.
Oh, okay. I didn't think they could. I thought Britain was bad for tyre wear.
You remember? I can't remember who it was now. We did 25 laps in the set of mediums, and then went on softs and won the race. Nicky, yeah.
Nicky
So
last season.
if the mediums can do 25 laps, I'm sure the softs can do 13.
Okay.
And they go side by side. SK up the inside of Ermine. Fighting still
Are they going to
side
go in the
by
box?
side, and now SK's in the pits, and that stops Ermine from any chance of going into the pits now.
Yeah, he could have, but it would have ended in absolute tears, so he doesn't want to do that. Kevin still can't find a way past Danny, man. Still can't find a way past Danny.
Yeah, Danny's just need to pit with them, because if Danny doesn't pit with them, he's not going to have the pace to keep up with them, and he needs to keep in their DRS. And by staying out for longer, SK and the player will pull ahead. And they will have DRS on them.
Trish is going to have DRS on Ermine now. We'll see if we can get this move done down the back straight. And he can't do it. Kevin needs to get this move done. Then you got Volvo, Ray the X, Semstead involved here. Jonna is on a set of softs at the moment, so he's not been able to make the ground map that he would have wanted boxing for those softs under the safety car.
Oh, Kevin's looking very close to DJ Darney here. Danny needs a pit, I think.
DJ Darney. Here we go. Trish is going for the lead of the British Grand Prix. Down the hanger straight, and he gets that move done. There you go. Johan needs to hurry himself up. And yeah, that was.
Oh, it's an Alpine round.
That was stupid.
Oh, look at the
that was stupid. What was he doing? And Kevin has got the move done. Kevin's.
Why isn't Danny pitted? He's losing time by pricing here.
Yeah, Johan messed it up for himself there. He tried going for the move on Ermine. Pretty weird place on the circuit to overtake. And it ended in curtains, and John is up the inside of Sam. Oh my dear God. And now Sem's going to be... Oh, Sem's got the position back, has he? Is there some front wing damage? I don't know. Is there damage on the one of the cars there?
One thing I'm worried about is John and making those tires to the end.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I don't think there's any damage though. Great racing there from these but John is getting impatient. But yeah, Johan just tried going for the move, Matt, and it just didn't pull off. It didn't. It didn't work for him. To put it bluntly, it just didn't work. That is a shame for him. And SK has been let through by Rev Caterpillar. Rev Caterpillar can try and go for the move. He's on much better tyres on those softs.
I love to have fixed camera angles on off boards, so I could just see the cars weaving through Magnus and Beckett's. But
and Ray
the car off
is out of the British Grand Prix. What's happened to him?
Is there going to be a safety car? It's a virtual safety car. It's a virtual safety car. And this is going to be a treat for Ermine and Danny here. They're going to get a cheap pit stop out of this.
What happened? What happened to Ray?
I don't know. I didn't see it myself. And this is giving a treat for Ermine and Danny now. And also John is making advantages of that tyre, especially so soft tyres are going to struggle. Now, SK and the player have just been screwed over by that, and now we're going to lose that time over Danny and Jonna. Oh, and a double stacking here at Red Bull, Danny and Sammy K, which shouldn't hurt them too much.
10 is going to be pissed. Are they going to be ahead? It's going to be close coming out of the pits. Let's see where Danny's going to be compared to the player in SK. He's made it ahead!
Yep, that first safety car told us just cheap pit stop.
Ermine's ahead as well, but it's 19 seconds and the virtual safety car's ended. That is perfect. That is perfection for Ermine, Danny, and all these drivers.
And Jonna.
Crazy. And John is getting involved as well now. He's passed our Ultra. Next up for him is SK.
Yeah, and Danny needs to get back up at Ermine here to stand any chance of staying ahead of the player. or he uses the player to try and catch up to Ermine, and then will hook onto the back of him.
Rayleigh lost it on the curb apparently. Yeah, we tried seeing. I was just looking at the chat. We tried seeing that, but yeah, no drivers went past Matt to see where we went off. But yeah, he lost it on the curb apparently. That's unlucky for the Swiss driver. Yeah, where did he qualify though? He may have still got some points from. He got 2 points from the sprint. He got 2 points from the sprint qualifying, Matt. He got 2 points from the sprint qualifying. So there you go. Great stuff. Interesting stuff, Matt. Trace has actually got a penalty, and Kevin is a second within. So I'm here for it from where I sit. So is Ermine now going to catch quite quickly? Well, I don't really know the gap between the tyres.
9 laps, or 10 laps, 16 seconds. I don't think so. You're really pushing it, you know. He might catch second or lap, but I don't think much more. He might be a bit quicker towards the end of this medium to fall apart, but I don't. It's questionable. It is questionable.
Crazy. Right, we're going to find out. He's caught what? Rams P5? What?
Well, he hasn't pitted, has he? Well, he didn't have to pit again, did he?
Rams P5?
So he's with that group. Don't forget, Relexus crashed. And
Wait,
we've had like,
hold on.
And we've had like 6 cars. Bam was like down on P12. We've had like 6 cars pits. We've had like 6 cars over this pit, Spalding. And we've had like 3 cars.
Yeah, I know,
spin.
Matt, but Rams P5, that's mad. I'm here for it.
Well, I'm not. Oh, that's not. It's not really that mad.
I'm here for it,
front
row. I'm here for it.
He was going to be.
I'm here for it. Danny,
well,
Danny's
he hasn't got the pace.
position, so Palea up. Need to stop talking now, Matt. This is pinnacle point in the Grand Prix.
Danny needs to let this go. Needs to let it go. The player is going to be quicker. He's going to be the one chance to catch up to Ermine here. The player will try and catch up to the back of Ermine. And Danny needs to use him, but also Danny needs to watch out behind because he's got SK behind him and Jonna, and SK is looking for a move. Danny's having to defend, and Danny's outbroke himself. Now SK is going to do a switchback move here, Marty, and have a good exit into the loop. But don't forget Jonna's right behind him. So
yeah, but
SK
I don't think Jonna's going to have tyres, is he?
Well, Jonna's on fresh softs, so
Jonna's on fresh. Oh, that's your safety car.
Under the virtual safety car.
Okay, I didn't realise. Okay, I would have thought you had a better pace than me.
No, it's Jonna, Semi-K, Danny, Ultra, Bulb, and Jonna.
What happened to Sam?
John. He also pitted.
Oh, under virtual. Okay.
Yeah, but he got held up by Danny in the pit lane as well, so that didn't help.
Matt, tonight everything's just confusing me. I am sorry.
Well, everything confuses you. So
yeah, everything confuses.
The player,
yeah.
And the player hasn't got the pace to catch up to Ermine. He's got 3 laps older tyres compared to everyone else around him.
To be honest, I don't think Ermine's got the pace to catch up to Secret Shadow, to be fair.
No, it's just he's got about a second lap on the bag, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think.
Yeah, starting on mediums isn't really.
It's really good, but it can also be really bad depending on how the race goes. If it's an early safety car, which generally normally is, it's terrible. But short term, it's alright.
Yeah, it's on
Hey Danny, I just witnessed that. I witnessed that in 4K. DJ Danny, corner cut in turn 1.
4K.
It's a clumsy. 11 minutes to go. Also, SK and John are side by side. And there's definitely some bargy moments going on there. So that's settled down for now. SK up into P number 10. Which I think SK was actually defending that position, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Kevin's losing time now to Trish. Trish is in a world of his own.
Yeah, Ermine is 14 seconds behind, and he's just got a penalty.
I mean, he's gained a second, but obviously there's only like 6 laps left of the Grand Prix, so I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
There's 7 laps left.
Yeah.
At the end of this one, it was 10 laps to go. It was about 16 and a half seconds So yeah, he's going to be. I'll be surprised it's about 8 seconds by the end of this race, probably. All nice and juicy information for Tier 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward. It's going to be fun. Tier 2 is the aggressive tier, so I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in the sprint quality. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very good. But yeah, Matt, I think it's been it has been a long evening. It hasn't been that long, not as long as some people anticipate it to be. Tris is out of the penalty region, so he's gained 3 seconds now on Kevin, and Kevin's losing time now to a Volvo. So
yeah, Kevin doesn't quite have the pace as MS Tris. MS Tris is driving his own league, to be honest, in multiple occasions over the last couple of seasons.
yeah, it's just crazy.
Kevin
really.
Slatton just closes DRS halfway down the straight. That's not even the move as of right now. Keep it nice and clean, keep your penalties in check. Kevin needs a bit more entry curb into the Vale chicane.
Chicane?
To club they go.
Chicane?
I mean, it is a chicane, the Vale chicane.
Yeah, but you said chicane.
Chicane. Chicane, that was. Alright, Slattenger of Volvo looking a bit closer within half a second, but doesn't like to make a move as of right now. It's still a bit too far behind. I think he's just going to patiently wait until the last lap. Kevin taking a very different line to Slattenger. Slattenger taking a bit more of a tighter line. Kevin taking more of a wider line into Brooklands. Oh, man, listen, they lost it. Just soon as went on board.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Commentator curse that is.
Come on, Sam.
Amber once racing somewhere else, and there was a. As soon as the spectators went on to me at the exit of the loop, I lost the rear end and went onto the grass. That was brilliant timing.
I can say though that Bramy's in a good position for P5.
Yeah, but it's still what 5 laps to go, and he's losing too much time. And Slatton just made the move on Kevin finally.
Oh, Tris has actually got a 5-second penalty. I thought it was a 3-second penalty. I forgot he didn't serve the stop go, did he?
Well, unless you got another one when you pitted on at the same time.
Yeah, I'm knackered, man. Oh, and Danny's got the move. He's been overtaken by Jonna. Oh, I know why he sends Dan in P12 slow. He doesn't have a setup. Like Rev Caterpillar, he doesn't have a setup, so he's got no pace and he's retired from the race.
out. He's retired in the
Yeah,
lane.
he's had enough of that. That's not good. That's unlucky there for the Dutchman.
Oh, there's a Haas SK spinning off into barriers. He's lost it at turn 2. And there's a safety car. It's going to close over. This is going to be heavenly for these sufferers.
Sam is going to be
Oh, he's going to be fuming. He's going to be fuming. Seeing that, he's literally retired 10 seconds before cars retired and the safety cars happened.
Right. What is going to happen
runners, now? I think all these mini runners are either going to stay out or all going to pit. If they're all going to pit, this puts Ermine in the hot seat for the race victory. But don't forget carrying out Jonna. He's on fresher set.
Yeah, but Ermine's got a penalty.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I've turned down to Jonna, saying he hasn't got a penalty. So this is in Jonna's hands.
Oh my god.
But it depends whether these medium runners pit or not. But the thing is, do they want to? Do they want to lose these positions? The thing is, will they stay out though? Don't forget it's a very long pit lane. And Slattenger Volvo in.
Him.
It's Tris. Kevin stayed out. Tris has stayed out. Brandon Linson's in.
They're all in. Bram's in. Shadow's
in. So only
stack
half
at Ferrari.
of the pit.
Double stack
but we'll
at
see
Ferrari.
where they come out. Ermine's in the pits. He's thinking about it and he's decided not to. Something like Danny could have done it, to be honest, because he's got a big gap behind him, but he's decided not to.
Double stack at Ferrari.
Where they come out, yeah, not good, not good. Bam's stuck in the pit lane. Looks like I'm going to lose a couple places here.
I think Brammer's.
I'm going to come up
I think Brammer's threw away potential P5.
Does he have a 5-second time penalty?
No, he's got 3 seconds. But my point is, he should have stayed out. He should have stayed out with Varane, Kevin, and
the problem is now they've lost track position now. That's the problem.
That's what I mean. They've lost
and that's why Tris and Kevin stayed out. Yes, they're going to be slower, but I think they're not going to be that much slower.
And there's going to be like 2 laps remaining as well, 3 laps maybe. So.
And this is ruining Trish's race victory. This is. Trish was on for a very simple race victory, despite having a 60 time penalty, and now.
Yeah, but I think that penalty may be taken off because apparently Joe hadn't pushed him into the
Alfa Romeo of MK tries to overtake everyone. I think he just got legal overtakes for doing so.
Yeah, he can't unlap him. He can't unlap himself, can he?
No, he can't.
I mean, it is the rules. You can unlap yourself, but
yeah, the game hasn't implemented that, so I think he's managed to get his way past the Haas. I'm hoping people go slow enough to actually let him pass.
Come on, Kevin, let him through.
If people go slow enough to the point where the game actually recognises them as a separate yellow flag, they actually can let you through by doing it that way. You'll see that in team races especially. They will literally purposely go slow under the safety car so you can let them through. But I don't think they're going to do that, to be honest.
Varane's trying to get past him. This is going to cause problems. Varane's trying to get past him. MK's trying to try and overtake Kevin. Is he going to go through? No, he can't. He can't do it. Too much of a risk. MK's going to be livid. He's going to be absolutely fuming.
Well, he shouldn't have pitted. He should have waited an extra lap before he pits. He should have waited an extra lap. It wouldn't have been the case then. So, yeah. If you stay there an extra lap, these guys would caught up the safety car. He'll been able to pull out a little bit more of a gap. The safety car was going to be out
I would pit because they have pens. Someone's saying that he thinks, well, he would pit in this scenario.
I don't know. Even there was penalties, but if you think about it, if you wouldn't have penalties in the first place, you still lost that track position.
Yeah.
So if Kevin pitted, Kevin wouldn't be within a shooting distance of winning this race, would he? He'll be down in what, P8 or something like that if he pitted, and then he wouldn't be able to get past because he's got other people on soft tyres. He's got to overtake 6 cars somehow, and then still be close enough with Tris. Lovely.
So I don't know why a Volvo, Shadow, and Ram all boxed. I don't know.
Yeah.
They've lost the track position now. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Jonna could potentially maybe get a podium. Maybe depends on what happens to Varane, especially. But we'll see.
Safety cars on this lap.
Oh no!
So,
oh no!
See, I'm on board. At least 2 laps after the safety car, so.
I'm on board with Danny, Matt, and it's scary.
I'm smashing the RT button. Let's change around and see when Tris goes. He's just going to hope Kevin Varane get a penalty. That's his biggest hope now. Apart from that, his race victory is completely out the window.
Wow.
18 lap old mediums.
We'll see.
He's gone.
We'll see. And Varane has lost out there on that restart. And Ermine is struggling to get through on MK.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get those mediums back up to temperature. MK needs to somehow pull a gap here on these guys here. And Varane's got 5 seconds. And Ermine's gone!
Ermine's down in the British Grand Prix! Oh no, he spun what happened there, man. Was it cold tyres?
It must have been, he just lost the rear end. It must have been cold tyres. The rear tyres must have been cold. It's difficult. The game does a glitch where you can't wheel spin under the safety car, and Danny's having a moment as Avalvo gets past him. Avalvo is
kicking
like
up. Danny's got Shadow. Danny's got Shadow now alongside. Yeah. Bram's going to hope that they crash.
The player, despite being on soft tyres, isn't able to keep up with these guys. He's on 11 and a half
Varane has
soft.
also got a 5-second penalty as well. Oh my god, man! This is gonna be a crazy final lap. I can sense it. It's gonna be a crazy final lap. No DRS as well.
Yeah, so it'll be pure slipstream on the RS, and they'll have all the RS in the world for these last 2 laps. Shadow and Bramley going side by side here, down into the
Here we go.
straight.
Into Stowe corner.
Secret Shadow seems to be lagging a little bit, I think. I think Secret Shadow is a bit laggy.
I think Bram's going to dive bomb.
Bram's making a move.
Clean up the inside. There you go. That's what you want.
Secret Shadow is still up the inside there, and he's still made the move stick. Secret Shadow's got some D-rates here. Oh, Bramlison, and he lost the car there. Don't want to see that again. Gonna get off Bramlison before he bins it. And then Sazin Javarvo's got a penalty, and that stopped his chance of getting P2 Maldo. Sazin Javarvo was on for P2 there, and he's got a penalty, and he's ruined all his chances of getting that.
Oh, that was aggressive from Bram there.
And that's even more aggressive by Shadow. And Johan's through. And the Ultras game caught in this, and Bramlison got a penalty and his collision, and their spine span out. That was just ego getting out there. They're both fighting each other, and at the point where they're literally crashing each other out. That's going to be reviewed by the stewards.
That's like Hamilton, Verstappen sort of territory there. That's very aggressive. It was aggressive.
Bramlison's just dive bombed Shadow, and Shadow's then dive bombed Bram. And obviously,
it's just tip for tap.
They both got irritated.
Tip for tap driving there.
And there's too much pressure in the bottle, and the lids decided to open, and everything just decided to shoot out at the same time.
Yeah. Not the only thing that decides to shoot out, Matt.
Yep. Looks like that staying out on a medium was the best choice in the end. And there's a yellow slow car. That's M-Key going very slow, having to let everyone through.
Anyway, Triss is going to come around the final chicane now, the Vale chicane. And
he will not win. John might have a good chance of getting P2 here.
Grand Prix with that penalty under review.
And Jonna will get P2.
The provisional positions are first is Kevin, second Jonna on his debut his return, shall I say. Third Triss, I believe he raced on 2014. I swear he did. Fourth is the player. He just misses out on that podium, but we'll have to see. I'll have to see about Jonna. If it's the same Jonna, then he raced back in season 4, I think. Season 4 or 5. On F1 2014.
I know there's 2 Jonas, so I know 2 different Jonas. So
wow, well we're gonna find out. So Kevin then is your provisional pole winner. Pole winner? What? Race winner. I'm too tired for this. Race winner here in Britain. Banging little event there. That was very enjoyable, Matt. Obviously, Triss has got his 5-second penalty. Same with Varane. Both had 5 seconds, so they will be reviewed by the stewards, I'm sure. But second is LRT Jonna 66. Third is Triss. Fourth is the player. Fifth, Volvo in the end. Sixth, Varane. Seventh, DJ Danny. Eighth, PUR Ultra. Ninth, LRT Johan. 10th, VRS Ermine. 11th, Rev Caterpillar. 12th, Secret Shadow. 13th, Brandon Anderson. Those 2 drivers will be reviewed by the stewards, or they'll be very angry with each other, I'm sure. 14th, M-Key, and your non-finishers were SK, Semi-K, unfortunately, Rayleigh X, Yannick, PSR Mac, and LRT Alex. So that is your classification, Matt.
Shout out to Rev Caterpillar for doing a 118.8 fastest lap. We actually got the fast lap in the end. It's not Rev Caterpillar, we need to figure that out actually. 18.1. Oh, John and the player have had identical fastest laps here. Oh, they haven't done. It looks like John might have actually. 18.28.0. One's got better than a 28.0, which I don't think it has. So it looks like Johan will have the fastest lap and not Rev Caterpillar.
Both Caterpillar.
Well, if Caterpillar had a... Well, obviously it's not a real... It's not a proper fastest lap, is it?
Yeah.
So Joe Han will get the fastest lap. So to keep that in mind.
Okay, Matt. I don't think anyone's joining the party. So, Matt, thank you for joining. I think the lobby's glitched a little bit glitched as well. But anyway, Matt, thank you for joining me in the commentary box this evening for the British Grand Prix. You can join me and Bram Nillison tomorrow for the Tier 2 British Grand Prix, where we go for the first ever sprint qualifying. The first ever sprint qualifying for Tier 2. We'll see you tomorrow. If not, then you can join me and Matthew again next Monday for the Tier 1 Austrian Grand Prix for the second sprint qualifying of the season. So we'll see you next time.